How is it going? Today I'm here with my WWE Survivor Series 2017 pay-per-view. Of course, Survivor Series is the one I have year where Raw takes on SmackDown Live. I gotta say, overall, coming out of the event, I thought it was a damn good pay-per-view. I will say that I was disappointed. I did expect this pay-per-view to be better. I felt like, on paper, this had potential to be an amazing show, but it just did not fully deliver, especially the main event. I felt like the main event was just very highly under delivered, very underwhelming match. I felt like it had potential to be an amazing match, but the booking just made no sense, and the quick eliminations, just nothing about that match honestly made sense. And the rest of the card, I thought we had three great matches. The rest of the card was pretty good for the most part as well. So I will say, even though I was disappointed, I still thought it was a fun, enjoyable show. I thought it was a damn good pay-per-view. Pay-per-view contender, not at all if you ask me, but I still thought it was a good showing overall for the most part. So that is my thoughts on Survivor Series. Before we get to the main show, of course, I want to talk about the kickoff show, which featured three matches. We had Matt Hardy taking on Elias, which I thought was a pretty solid matchup right there. I thought Elias had a good showing against Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy is very dominant early on. Then, of course, Elias took advantage by working the shoulder of Matt Hardy, which would come back and bite him in the ass because, the ending was Matt Hardy going for the twist of fate. Elias, pushed him into the post, hit him with the drift away to secure the win. So Elias defeats Matt Hardy on the kickoff show, so that was a pretty big win for Elias right there. And then, of course, we had the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match, Enzo Amore versus Kalisto. I think the highlight of this match was Kalisto getting caught up on the ropes during his entrance. I think that was probably the best part about this match. The match itself actually wasn't that bad, better than their TLC match. Enzo had a pretty solid showing for the most part, honestly, which is actually pretty surprising. But yeah, not a bad match at all from him and Kalisto. Enzo retains with the Dunzo, whatever the hell his finisher is called, the Soul Flu, on Kalisto to secure the win. So that was a decent matchup. And then, of course, we had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn taking on Breezango, which I thought was a fun match, and the crowd was invested into it, and I just thought it was a fun, enjoyable match overall. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, it was pretty funny watching Fandango, throw the police tickets at him for fashion police. So I thought that was pretty funny. They did a good job isolating Tyler Breeze from Fandango. He did some nice quick freaking tags. Sami Zayn hit a nice turn DDT. Fandango with the hot tag, rolled around wild onto Owens and Zayn for a little bit, and then Kevin Owens ended up in the pop-up powerbomb to secure the win. So that was a fun, entertaining match right there. Kudos to both teams. Like I said, they went there and put on a pretty entertaining match, and the crowd was invested into it. So it was fun. So that was the kickoff show right there. Then, of course, go to the main pay-per-view, which opened up with the Raw vs. SmackDown Live 6-man tag team match. Of course, the Shield taking on the New Day. The New Day came out, cut a promo pretty much saying that, the Shield are a cohesive unit. Once WrestleMania comes around, they'll turn each other once again like they had before. Just pretty much cutting a typical New Day promo before the match. And then the Shield, would come out, and they would just, have their 6-man tag team match opening match. And I thought it was one hell of a way to open the show. It started off slow, but, man, just the chaoticness of this match was just absolutely awesome. This was just, solidified anarchy. It was pretty much gang warfare. Every team was just going all out there, just absolutely trying to annihilate the other opposing team. A lot of nice near falls in this match, a lot of great spots, just, nice frequent tags, and just a lot of great tag team work from, both teams overall. Especially the spot where, Rollins would tag in and then Xavier would tag in, but they would, Kofi would run after Rollins, but Rollins would duck into Ambrose, and just a lot of good stuff. Big E hit his spear on the Ambrose through the ropes for a nice spot. Really nice spot with Big E hitting a double midnight hour onto Ambrose and Rollins when Woods went down for a nice near fall right there. Roman Reigns absolutely eviscerated Xavier Woods at one point with a Superman punch. Just a lot of great innovative stuff to that, at one point where, they're all at the ring at the same time, said fuck it, and just all started brawling at once, which I thought was a great moment right there. So the 6-man tag between the Shield and New Day was just very, very fun. Like I said, a lot of near falls as well, to the point where you didn't know who was going to win. It was very, very intense and very suspenseful. So opening 6-man tag was great stuff. Roman Reigns absolutely eviscerated Kofi Kingston with a huge spear, which set up a triple powerbomb off the second rope. Yeah, Roman Reigns won the second rope, said bring him to me. They brought him. They all stood on the second rope and nailed him with the triple powerbomb for the 1, 2, 3. So the Shield defeats the New Day in a really good opening match right here. Like I said, it was a great match. One of the better matches of the show. It could be argued that it was second best match. It could be argued that it was the best match. So Shield and New Day, great opening match. And little thing, I like how they presented each match. They presented, the Raw vs. SmackDown Live graphic. While the ring was in the picture still, and I like how I had the scoreboard after each match at the bottom as well. So just a little thing, but I thought it was a great touch right there. From there, we'll go to the Raw vs. SmackDown Live 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series Women's Elimination match. Of course, Team SmackDown Live being Becky Lynch, Tamina, Natalya, Carmella, and Naomi versus taking on Team Raw being Alicia Fox, Asuka, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Nia Jax. This was the match I didn't care about at all. I just felt like this match dragged on forever. Didn't enjoy it. Didn't really care for it. The best interaction this match had was from Nia Jax and Tamina. So when they had the best interaction, those two, that's when you know how bad this match is, honestly. So, excuse me. So yeah, I didn't like this match at all. I couldn't get into it. The first elimination pissed me off from the get-go. So Becky Lynch got immediately eliminated by Bayley, which I thought was kind of bullshit when Bayley rolled her up. But what can you do? Bayley was eliminated by Tamina afterwards from a Superfly Splash. Nia Jax got eliminated by a countout, after her and Tamina brawled to the outside. Then, Naomi got involved and brawled with Nia Jax, which led to her elimination, being counted out. So Nia Jax was counted out. Next being eliminated was Alicia Fox, which they totally fucked that up. Naomi actually cradled her up. And I guess she was supposed to count out, but the referee counted 3. And Naomi actually tried to lock her in submission, but the referee's like, hey, it was a 3 count. What the fuck are you doing? So they totally fucked that up. And then Carmella was next to go after she just got eviscerated by Asuka. So she was out. Sasha Banks then got eliminated by Natalya, which actually, just 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I totally realized I didn't write down Naomi's elimination. So after Alicia Fox got eliminated, Naomi pretty much got immediately eliminated by Sasha Banks via the bank statement. Then Carmella got eliminated by Asuka from, the kick to the head. And then Sasha Banks got eliminated by Natalya via the sharpshooter. Tamina got eliminated by Asuka from the, I believe, the cross arm breaker. And then, of course, Natalya submitted to Asuka from the Asuka lock. So Asuka's your sole survivor of the match. Like I said, didn't enjoy it. Didn't think it was good. It felt like it dragged on way too long. So that was that. From there, we had Raw vs. SmackDown Live Champion vs. Champion match. The Miz versus Baron Corbin. I thought this was a good match. I enjoyed it. I thought Baron Corbin had a really nice showing right here against The Miz. It was kind of weird because at first they kind of played off like Miz was a face and Corbin was a heel because Corbin was very dominant. He was showboating in front of Maurice. It just had that, dynamic. But then, the tide would turn where it kind of seemed like Baron Corbin was a face and Miz was a heel. So I thought that was kind of odd how they kind of switched it mid-match. Corbin was very dominant, like I said, until, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel got involved. Bo Dallas, would sweep his leg when he was trying to enter a ring. So Baron Corbin was selling the leg. Miz would take advantage of it, trying to, utilize, that to work on his leg, like try to lock in the figure four or whatnot. Axel would get involved, but of course, Corbin would take both of them out. End up hitting the end of days on Bo Dallas once he threw him in the ring. Miz would run wild and Corbin would go for the yes kicks, but once he went for the corner drop kicks, Baron Corbin actually ran and caught him into a end of days and hits the Miz with the end of days for the 1-2-3. The Miz loses to Baron Corbin. Like I said, I thought it was a good match overall. Baron Corbin looked really good. I thought he had a great showing, and Miz was kind of just there. It wasn't his best performance, I'll say that. So, good solid match there from them. Then we go to Raw vs. SmackDown Live Champions vs. Champions match. Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Usos. Usos come out and cut a fire promo. Their promos are so good. They're amazing on the mic. But yeah, they cut a promo cutting down the bar, saying how they're the best tag team pretty much in all of WWE. The match itself is really, really good. I thought both teams mixed very well. The Bar very dominant onto the Usos. They're pretty much just isolating Jimmy from Jay for a good while. Just the partnership from Cesaro and Sheamus that were excellent. I thought this match had a good pacing to it. I thought it told a good story with both tag teams. Eventually, Jay would tag in, run wild on them for a little bit. Did a nice spot where they were trying to do. I'm not sure what they're going for. Cesaro had Jay in a powerbomb position and Cesaro and Sheamus on the top rope, but Jay would knock Sheamus down. Would actually catch him into a Samoan drop as Cesaro gave him a powerbomb, so that was a nice spot right there. Another spot I really liked was Jay going for a suicide dive on the outside, but Cesaro caught him to an uppercut. But once Jimmy saw that, Jimmy actually ran and did the suicide dive after Jay got the uppercut onto Cesaro, so I thought that's a nice spot right there as well. Like I said, just a lot of good stuff from both tag teams. Nice spot where Cesaro did the swing into the sharpshooter, and they tried to mimic the finish of last year's match where Cesaro did the swing into the sharpshooter, but Jimmy tried to break it up. But as he went to break it up, Sheamus hit him with a bro kick, but Jay was able to get out of the sharpshooter. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather, so that's why I keep constantly coughing, and that's why I don't sound the best. So I thought that was a nice callback to the match from last year, or to the finals with the 10-on-10 last year. Nice callback to that. The Usos would run wild, hit a double super kick on Sheamus, followed by the Samoan splash onto Sheamus for the win. So the Usos defeat Cesaro and Sheamus. Like I said, I thought that was a really good match right there. Really enjoyed it. I feel like they could do more in terms of a match. I feel like they can go out there and have a better match if they really wanted to, but I feel like what we got was still really good. So really enjoyed Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Usos. From there, we go to Raw vs. SmackDown Live Champion vs. Champion match. Alexa Bliss vs. Charlotte Flair. This was another, pretty solid match right here. I thought both women went out there and worked hard and had a good showing. They both look really good. I liked the dynamic of, Charlotte obviously being the bigger person of the two, kind of just throwing Alexa Bliss around. But that didn't phase Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss would, work over Charlotte. Would pretty much just, be very dominant over the match. The one complaint about this match was I felt like there was no heat to it. I felt like there was really no reason to pay attention. I don't know. As I was watching it, I was finding myself not really caring what was going on, not really being invested in the match. So that could have been just me, but I just felt like that's what was really lacking. And I feel like it went on too long, too. I don't mind matches getting time, but when they're getting time and it's feel like it's just dragging at this point and you just want it to end, that's not usually a good sign. So, good stuff, besides some sloppiness, but it was still pretty solid. Some nice spots, Alexa Bliss going for the code red, but Charlotte countered it into a powerbomb. But she tried to counter into a powerbomb, but Alexa Bliss countered it into her Karana. Then she actually ended up hitting the code red onto Charlotte after that, so I thought that was a good spot right there. Alexa Bliss actually kicked out of the natural selection from Charlotte, so that was pretty, good on her part to make her look strong and kick out of that. Went for Twisted Bliss. Charlotte put her knees up, hit her with a running boot, locked her in the figure 8, and Alexa Bliss taps out. So Charlotte Flair defeats Alexa Bliss. Like I said, pretty good match. Just felt like it went a little too long and just lacked any interest in heat. So that was my one complaint about that. And then from there we go to, which in my opinion was match of the night, the Raw vs. SmackDown Live Champion vs. Champion match, Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. Now, I knew on paper this match sounded amazing, but I wasn't sure because Brock Lesnar, wasn't sure if he was going to care or not or try. But did he try, and did he actually go a good while? This match went about 15 minutes, which is almost 10 minutes longer than any Brock match, really. And Brock tried, and I thought him and AJ just had one hell of a match. They made me believe AJ Styles could defeat Brock Lesnar in this match, so that was very, very telling of them to do. And I just thought it was really good. Brock was very dominant from the get-go. Believe it or not, it actually took like 2 or 3 minutes of the match for Brock to even hit a suplex, which is mind-blowing because that's usually the first move he hits is a suplex. So to see him just brawl with AJ, throw him in the corner and just, give him some shoulder blocks and just throw him around the ring like it was absolutely nothing. AJ was bumping like a motherfucker for Brock, which was absolutely spectacular. So that was good stuff. Then, of course, AJ eventually would, find an opening. He would start beating down Lesnar, chop him down to size, working on his leg, hit a beautiful pay leg onto the back and neck of Brock Lesnar, which was really nice. Him and Brock went to the outside, hit a couple of forearms of Brock to the outside. Lock him to the calf crusher, which Brock was just selling like a mofo to the point where you legitimately thought Brock was going to tap, but Brock didn't tap. Would just smash AJ's head into the canvas, just absolutely destroying him. Would try the F5 a few times, but AJ would get out of it. Would end up hitting a beautiful 450 on Brock for a nice near fall. Actually, he had a springboard moonsault followed by a 450, which was just absolutely beautiful. Would hit a phenomenal forearm, but Brock would actually kick out at 2, which was actually very surprising right there. AJ would go for one more phenomenal forearm. Brock would actually catch him into the F5, hit it 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar defeats AJ Styles. This was absolutely incredible. This was a great match. Like I said, AJ told a great underdog story. During the match, him cutting down Brock to size, just him getting great amount of offense on Brock. You legitimately bought that AJ Styles could defeat the Beast. And some nice near falls. AJ I believe was the first guy to go for a pin because I believe after the 450, that was the first pin attempt on Lesnar, or the first pin attempt in the entire match. And of course, the great near fall, or the great spot where Brock was in the calf crusher and Brock was selling it like he was about to tap, and then just absolutely crushing AJ's head into the mat. Just great storytelling in this match, and Brock actually putting in work against AJ. Their styles meshed very well, and I thought they put on an awesome match right here. So Styles and Lesnar, absolutely loved every second of it. Styles, like I said, bumping like a motherfucker for Brock, and Brock actually trying, and them getting a good amount of time. It all played out, and I thought it was a tremendous match. So Brock and AJ, match tonight by far, if you ask me. Really enjoyed that one. And then, of course, go to the main event, which was the Raw vs. SmackDown Live 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series elimination match. Team SmackDown Live being Shane McMahon, John Cena, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode, and Randy Orton, taking on Team Raw, Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and Triple H. Very disappointing match. It had its highlights. The beginning of it, I thought the beginning of the match was very very good. And then after pretty much the first elimination, it was just all downhill from there. So from the very get go, we had Shane and Braun Strowman brawl, which I thought was was pretty funny. And then Finn Balor would tag in and take on Nakamura, which or no, I'm sorry. It was hold on, my mind's going blank. Okay, I'm sorry. It was Orton and Joe who tagged in the first initial time. They had a nice exchange. Then Nakamura and Balor were tagging, who they had a great exchange. They probably had the best exchange the entire match, in my opinion. They had just a lot of great chain wrestling. And then Triple H would tag in for Balor. Nakamura and Triple H went at it for a little bit, which I thought was great, with Nakamura doing the "Come on" to Triple H, and they had a nice exchange. So Bobby Roode tagged in. Triple H and Bobby Roode had a really nice moment in the ring where Bobby Roode did the glorious thing, and Triple H did the mimicking the glory, but ended up doing the suck it instead of the glorious. I thought they had a really good back and forth interaction, especially when Bobby Roode hit a spine buster after Triple H hit a spine buster, and then of course Triple H going for the pedigree, but Bobby Roode tried to counter into the glorious DDT. Just so the beginning of the match was really, really good, and it was really exciting, and then all chaos kind of erupted. Braun Strowman tagged in and ended up hitting a running power slam on Nakamura to eliminate Nakamura. So Nakamura was the first guy eliminated, which to me just immediately was just eye rolling to have Nakamura go out. And then Bobby Roode tried to attack Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman hit a running power slam on him to eliminate him right away. So Bobby Roode and Nakamura were the first two guys eliminated. Samoa Joe and John Cena would go out for a little bit. John Cena hit an AA on Samoa Joe. Finn Balor tried to run in, but Cena ended up hitting an AA on Balor, followed by another AA on Samoa Joe. So it took two AAs to put Samoa Joe away. So Samoa Joe was eliminated at that point. Kurt Angle went in the ring. Cena and Kurt Angle had a nice little moment in the match. No offense to Kurt Angle, but you can definitely tell he needs some more training, or he just can't go anymore, because he didn't seem that smooth or that good in the ring, honestly. Angle hit an angle slam on Cena, which he went to pin Cena, but Cena kicked out. Finn Balor actually hit a coup de grace once the referee was distracted on Cena while he was down. Then Angle would hit another angle slam on Cena to secure the victory, or secure the pin on Cena. So big match. John's eliminated that quick, which he didn't really do much in the match. So makes you question why Cena was even in the match to begin with. So Cena's gone. Balor's next being eliminated. Him and Orton went at it for a little bit. Orton hit an RKO out of nowhere on Balor to eliminate Balor. So Balor is gone. Then Orton, it'd be Orton and Shane versus Braun, Angle and Triple H. Owens and Zayn came running down to take out Shane, and Shane would chase them out of the ring. Orton hit an RKO on Owens. And then, Braun Strowman took advantage of that and hit a running power slam on Orton to eliminate Randy Orton. So it came down to Braun Strowman, Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Shane McMahon. Shane, him and Angle had a nice exchange for a little bit. Angle actually locked him into the ankle lock. Looked like Shane was about to tap out. Then Triple H came running in the ring, hit a pedigree on Kurt Angle, threw Shane on top of Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle was eliminated. So it came down to Shane versus Triple H and Braun Strowman. Triple H played it out like he's on Team SmackDown, tried to help Shane up, was making sure he was okay, then hits him with the pedigree. 1, 2, 3. Team Raw wins after Triple H pins Shane McMahon, so him and Braun Strowman were sole survivors. I don't know, man. Like I said, the match had its moments. Like the beginning of the match, it was very, very good. He had some nice interaction. Cena and Balor brawled for a little bit. Joe and Orton had a nice little exchange. But it just, the quick eliminations and the bullshit the bullshit booking with just how, the eliminations occurred, I don't know, everything with this match just felt so off and just didn't make any fucking sense to me. And then of course after the match, Triple H was trying to celebrate with Strowman. Strowman would, go after Triple H. Triple H would be, back off. Try to hit a pedigree on Strowman, but Strowman actually countered it into a running power slam. So the show goes off the air with Braun Strowman standing high above Triple H, walking off. That's how the show ended. I'm not even kidding. So, what a shitty fucking ending, honestly. Like, the match was lackluster to begin with, but then you had that Braun Strowman Triple H segment that ended the show, which just made it that much worse, if you ask me. So, I don't know. That whole 5-5 had so much potential, but they just flushed it all down the toilet. For what? So, I don't know. Like I said, though, I thought Survivor Series, for the most part, was a damn good pay-per-view. We had 3 great matches, the Shield and the New Day, Usos in the Bar, and then, of course, AJ and Lesnar. I thought were all great matches. The rest of the crowd was good for the most part. Even though I was disappointed, I thought the main event was still good. Miz and Corbin was good. Bliss and Flair was good. The women's elimination was the only match I didn't really care for. That was probably the only. It wasn't bad, but it felt like it went on forever. But for the most part, I still enjoyed the show overall. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like below. In the comment section, if you guys like it, please leave your guys' thoughts and comments on Survivor Series. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, pretty much anything Survivor Series related, feel free to leave in the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching the video.